Hey friends, ready for math. These are the things that we're going to do in math today. The first one, we are going to solve math story problems. So we're going to talk about some story problems. We're going to solve the story problems and draw some pictures and write an equation. Then we're going to practice teen numbers. So we're going to remind ourselves what are teen numbers. We're going to look at some pictures that have a 10 group and then some more ones to show us teen numbers. Then we're going to practice, count, and check. We're going to have a group of stars to count. And remember, when we have a group of something that's put together and it's not in a straight line and it's not in groups, we want to make sure we count it correctly. So we're going to talk about the way that we do that by counting and checking. So you need your math page that looks like this. You need just a pencil today, but you also need, this is page 285. You also need 2 of your flashcards. So the first one we're going to look at says equation. So if you need to stop the video and go get your flashcards, go get them, because we want to learn these math words. We want to learn them. We want to get used to looking how they're spelled, and we can try and sound them out. And then we want to remember what an equation is. So if you need to, stop the video. You need the word that says equation. An equation looks like these. These are examples of equations. In an addition equation, we take 2 numbers and we combine them to make a bigger number. In a subtraction equation, we take 1 number and we take some away, so we're making a smaller number. So, say the word equation. The next one, you need this one. This is ones, but it also shows us a 10 group. So when we're thinking about ones, we know that we have a bigger group, usually 10, and then we have ones. These are the ones. There is not enough to make 10, so if there isn't enough to make 10, we call them ones. This is a 10, and these are ones. And it is showing that 18 has 8 ones, and it has 1 10. The word is ones. Okay. So we're going to practice the story problem. Oh, I'm sorry. You need your whiteboard and something to erase with and your marker. I'm sorry, friends, but I will have put that on the email. So hopefully your mom and dad told you. If not, go and get your whiteboard and a marker. So Mrs. Hoffman's going to tell a story. Let's think about that. Okay, there are 4 ducks in a pond. So while I'm telling the story, I want you to have your whiteboard and your marker ready, and I want you to start drawing even before I ask you to. So there are 4 ducks in the pond. Think about what you are going to do. Then when we're done, I'm going to see if yours looks like mine. There are 4 ducks in the pond. Then 3 more ducks come to the pond. How many ducks are there all together? So think of your first number and write it. We're going to make our equation. You have to decide, are we using a plus sign, or are we using a subtraction or minus sign? Because we're adding the ducks together. So 4 ducks came, write that number. Then you're going to choose which sign you're going to write. And then 3 more ducks came. Then you're going to choose what sign you write to right before we tell how many all together. And then I want you to write the number that tells how many ducks there were all together. Okay, see if you can do it before Mrs. Hoffman shows hers. You ready? equation is 4 ducks plus 3 ducks equals 7 ducks altogether. So remember, Mrs. Hoffman likes to do hers in groups. You don't have to do that. But if you want to follow what I do, it helps to not mix things up. Okay, if you didn't do that, that's okay. Let's try another one. Erase your board and get ready. Okay, let's think of another one. I think we should still talk about ducks. This time, there are 5 ducks, and they are sitting in the grass. Sometimes at the East Lake Lake, you can see there are ducks that love to sit in the grass. So there are 5 ducks sitting in the grass. What are you going to draw on your board? Okay, then 2 ducks got up and they left and they went into the water. Think about what you're going to do. Okay, let's think about our story problem. How are we going to write an equation? How many ducks did we start with? We started with 5 ducks. Some ducks went away. So think of what sign you're going to use to show that the ducks went away. And then we're going to write how many ducks went away after that sign. Then you're going to do the sign that tells that our answer is coming. And we're going to tell how many ducks were left after some of them went away. So we had 5 ducks. 2 ducks went away. Think about how you're going to write it. Okay, are you ready? I'll give you a few more seconds. Okay. 5 minus 2 equals 3. If you didn't write that, go ahead and fix it and write it. We always want our brain to see the correct answer. Good job. So, boys and girls, when you're thinking of some things, some extra things that you can do to stretch your brain, ask one of your adults in your house, or a brother or a sister or a cousin, whoever is at your house. Ask them if you can do some story problems with them and write an equation for the story problems. So, on your math paper, get your math paper, we're going to look at these pictures, and it says to circle the 10 ones. So we're going to look at the group of tens, and we are thinking about teen numbers. And the octopus is showing us our vocabulary word is ones, because we are thinking about, we have a group of 10 and then we have some extra ones. So it says write the 10 ones and the more ones in each equation. So we see a picture here. There are some horses. We know there's 10 because it's like it's in a 10 frame. So we're going to write the number 10 right there. Then we're going to put a plus sign because we have 10 plus how many more? 2 more. So we know that 10 plus 2 equals 12. That's a number that comes after 10. So let's look at the next one. It looks like they are goats. So we're going to circle the 10 goats because we want to give our brain a picture. We know there are 10 right there. Then we want to count the extra ones, but first we want to write the number 10. 10 plus, how many goats do we see over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10 plus 7. So 10 plus 7 equals how many all together? Now, we don't need to count this again because we know there's 10. So we say 10, and then we count on. That means we keep going. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 10 plus 7 equals 17. Okay, I'm going to do one more with you, and then you get to do the rest by yourself. Next, I see some giraffes. What am I going to do with my 10 group right here? I'm going to circle it. And I'm going to write the number 10 because I know I'm going to show 10 plus some more ones. How many giraffes do I see right here? I see 4. 10 plus 4 equals how many altogether? So let's count them. Do I need to count these again? No, I know there's 10. 10, and let's count on 11, 12, 13, 14. So I know that 10 plus 4 equals 14. I want you to do the rest all by yourself. Don't let anybody help you. Then I want you to turn the page over and let's talk about counting and checking. Remember, Mrs. Hoffman said you can either make a check mark on the object or you can make an X. Either one is okay, but it helps to know that you've already counted that and you don't want to count it again. So it's called count and check, or you could say count and X. So you're going to take your pencil and you're going to make a check mark or an X on each star. You're going to say that stars like 1, 2, you're going to say the numbers out loud as you cross them out. So here, I'm going to do the first one of the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, you've got to remember the last number you said, 16. That tells us how many there are. That would have been hard to count those if I didn't cross or check them. So I want you to do the rest. I want you to cross or check all of those. Write the number that tells how many. Then ask someone in your house to look and make sure you did it right. Good job, my friends. Thank you for working so hard on math.